Well, we got some more news on Lonzo Ball, and I'm feel safe in saying this is my last Lonzo Ball update until we get word that he's going to be ready to play. We're going to get into it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans. So Joe Cowley was just on 670 The Score, and we got probably one of the more concerning updates when it comes to Lonzo Ball that we've heard since we saw that he was running, saw that he dunked the ball, and all that's fine and dandy. But we have yet to even get an update on that initial 4 to 6 week period officially from anyone but Billy Donovan saying that Lonzo was far off from a return. Well, this update paints that picture and even a little bit better of a light, or worse of a light if I'm just being honest here. And that is this. One, the Chicago Bulls don't know why Lonzo Ball is still feeling pain in his knee. The medical team doesn't know why he's still feeling pain in his knee. And Lonzo's camp also does not know why he's still feeling pain in his knee. And then to end this, it says that he's seeked opinions from at least 6 doctors, and no one knows what's going on with Lonzo Ball's knee. Now, I've been trying to stay pretty positive, even looking on the outlook of even if Lonzo does not come back until next season. But this is one of the more concerning updates. And the reason why is that if doctors just can't figure out what's going on, it doesn't seem like the bone bruise is a thing anymore. The surgery, they got the loose cartilage out of there. Everything relative to what we know medically is that Lonzo Ball, while not saying that he should necessarily be on the court running and ready to go, but it doesn't seem like there's anything left for the doctors to do. Now, again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just giving my opinion by what I've read and just sports in general. And the fact that there has been there's no timeline for Lonzo Ball's return. We're talking about a player that has been out of basketball for over a calendar year. And there's still not a single semblance of knowing when he's going to even put him on track to return back to playing basketball. That is concerning. And then when you say that he's still dealing with pain and nobody can tell where the pain's coming from, I've been fighting back on the fact of most of people who overreact and say, oh, Lonzo's career's done, it's over with, and all that. I'm telling you what right now, I'm still not saying that because that's not on me. I'm not a medical professional. It's not on me to say when a player's career is over with or not. But this is concerning. And it's concerning for those reasons. Like, again, at least even with Zach LaVine's surgery, we knew why he was feeling pain, right? We knew that. We knew that pretty clear on. When they knew nothing was structurally wrong with the knee, they immediately went in, figured out, hey, we got to do a scope. Let's get this cleaned out, drain some fluid. We're off to the races. We've seen Zach look and show flashes of looking like himself for a nice stretch of games. And then he hurt his hand and shooting strokes off, all that type of thing. But at least there was a clear outline. And when you go back and look at Zach LaVine's knee surgery, he stuck to that timeline. And everything that we heard over that timeline is what happened. When you look at Lonzo, the up and down, the 4 to 6 weeks, oh, another 4 to 6 weeks. Oh, we don't know. Oh, we're not given a timeline. This is extremely concerning. And while I don't want to air the alarm horns or anything like that, when you just look at the story that's been Lonzo Ball and his knee when it comes to this injury, it's much like the Bulls season and hoping that they're going to sustain the level of play. It's almost crazy to expect that the Bulls at this point have to start making a plan and a game plan without Lonzo Ball. And, I know they already planned on coming into this season without him being a part of that, and we all knew that. And understood that coming in. But at this point now, I am willing to say that you have to move forward with your team. And if Lonzo comes back, you're lucky. Lonzo comes back. Outside of that, it's time to just no longer keep involving him in the plan. And I know some Bulls fans are going to get to typing, well, let's move him. What can we do? Can we trade him? With this type of update, with this type of uncertainty around when he's going to be able to return, it doesn't seem like he's coming back. And I made this joke on Twitter when I heard this, and it was honestly just to cover up the pain. Let me be clear here. This is just to cover up the pain that I'm feeling right now. But when it's all said and done, all AK's men, and all AK's doctors, and all of ours men can't put Lonzo Ball together again. That's where we sit right now. And that is one of the most concerning aspects of all of this. A player that is still sub 30, considerably under 30 at that 25 years old. And for this to not be any type of timeline on when you can even hope to see him again, it's not much hope. That doesn't leave much of an outlook on his recovery and his return to the team. Now, again, I'm not a medical professional. It could very well we get an update on Lonzo Ball in the next 2 months, 3 months, whatever else, and it's like, oh, he's on path. He's made a full recovery. We figured it out. He's not dealing with any pain. He's pain-free. I don't know. And then it's also something to be said and question on this is like, especially if all the doctors can't figure it out, how much is it just the pain? It's just something that Lonzo's just going to have to find a way to deal with, right? To a degree, like especially when it was the bone bruise, the biggest concern is that if you try to push it too hard with a bone bruise, you can completely blow out your knee. And at that point, you're looking at career being done. You're not looking at a timeline on when you can come back. You're looking at your career possibly being over. Now that it seems like that bone bruise issue has gone away and that's not the thing anymore, it's even more concerning that he just can't seem to get pain-free. That's the biggest concern here. Again, this is me reacting to this news right after reading it. We can get another update in a day or so, or a week. But at this point, what I'm saying is this. This is at least my last time doing an emergency update. I may still talk about it on the Daily Show and things like that, but do not expect any more emergency videos when it comes to Lonzo Ball unless we get an update that he's cleared to return in 2-3 weeks, a month. Because until then, all this uncertainty, it kind of is what it is. And us as a fan base, the organization, almost everybody involved at this point, in some ways, needs to move on until he comes back. And it's unfortunate if Lonzo Ball becomes our Jonathan Isaac. I don't know what to say on that. But at least right now, it's not looking hopeful. And unfortunately, that's just what it is. You guys can let me know what you guys think on everything down below. But otherwise, that is it. You can follow the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullscentralpod@gmail.com. And lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. Like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.